Today I am going to show you how I like to add a little vinyl fun with my ScanNCut to Christmas ornaments. So what I have here is, these are just a little clear plastic ornament that I picked up at the craft store, and I filled it with buttons and beads and sequins. And this is going to be for a crafty friend. I just love how that looks with all that crafty fun. But what I want to do is put a vinyl word on here. So the very first thing that I am going to do is to measure this to make sure I know what size I actually want. And I can get out a ruler, or, you know, these ScanNCut mats are lined. So I can just look up here and see that at the widest point, it's 1, 2, 3 inches at the very widest. Okay, and then 1, 2, probably about 3 as well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So about 3 by 3 at the widest points, which means I'm going to want it smaller than that for my design. Now you can write that down if you need to, but me, I'm good with just setting this to the side over off on my desk. I have my vinyl material. This is just a regular vinyl already on my mat. We're ready to get out the machine and get this cut. With the ScanNCut machine turned on, I've got my DX machine here. I'm going to place my mat. You can just see at the very, very bottom there. Push this button here. Whoops. Okay, so I scooted my mat to the side a little. Now watch what's going to happen. It's just going to unload it. If you load the mat incorrectly, it's just going to say, no, and unload it. And I just have to redo that. That's no big deal. Then what we're going to do is go into pattern, and this is one of the newer, and I say newer because my old ScanNCut did not have this. So I happened to see when I was looking for something else in here, look at how beautiful this little believe is. Now I know that I cannot have it 6 inches wide, so I'm just going to size this down so that it's a little smaller than 3 inches, just a little bit, like just barely, okay? Okay, and that'll put it about 1 inch high. And we can go into edit and zoom in if we really want to see how that looks. That is just so cute. I'm absolutely loving this. I'm going to say, okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to move it way down here. And I'm just going to cut the one. There's no need to reverse this. Remember with vinyl, if we're doing iron on and we were cutting the back side, then we would be flipping it and we would need to cut this word backwards. If that is the case, you go into edit, object edit, and then right here, you can flip so that it's backwards, but we don't need to do that because of the type of vinyl that we are cutting. So we're going to say, okay, and just keep saying okay, and then select, we are going to cut. But there's one other step here. So right here, you see where it says half cut off? We need to push this little button here and go down and put half cut on. And what that will do is cut the vinyl, not the backing. And then start. Once it has been cut out, you'll need to weed your design, meaning you're removing all the vinyl that you're not going to cut. Now, I cut mine out, as you can see, cut that piece out so I'm not wasting a bunch of vinyl. And then you're going to need some transfer material. Now, you've seen me in the past do projects where I'm not using the transfer material. I'm just pulling the sticker off and plopping it down onto my project. I do that a lot, but not something like this where it's so intricate. I really only do that with a basic shape, or for example, like a small star or a heart, or something where it's going to be very easy to just transfer like a sticker. This, it's more intricate. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the backing of the transfer material down just so this doesn't stick. Now this is sticky, and by the way, you can reuse this many, many times. Ooh, it's already attracted here to the vinyl. So the vinyl and the transfer material, we're just going to give it a nice rub. And you can see why I have this under here so that it's not sticking to my table. It's just got its backing paper right there. And here's great stuff about it. So number one, you can leave it right here. Okay, you don't have to do this right now. You can leave it there. You can also reuse this transfer material over and over again. Now, if your design does not transfer, like mine does not seem to have, let's see here. Well, it's being a little stubborn. So if that happens, you can take your stylus, you can take something, and you're just going to need to give it a little more pressure. It just needs to get rubbed a little more firmly so that it transfers all the way. Once it has transferred, you can leave it on that transfer backing for as long as you need to, or if you're ready to go, you're just gonna line this up. Now I can tilt it, I can make it straight, it's really up to me. I think I'm just gonna kind of go pretty centered here and press. And now we do the same thing. You're just going to sit here and press down nice and firmly. I like to use a combination of stylus and my own finger here, and you're going to want to go all the way over, although for the sake of time here on the video, I'll just show you. And then you start to lift up. Yay! And there it's going to be. And then once this is all the way done, you're just going to lift it all the way up and you are set. If you wanted to add more things like toppers at your ornament top, you could use your ScanNCut to cut flowers or greens or doodads, or you could just hang a couple little ribbons or whatnot, and you have got an ornament ready to gift, ready to put on a gift package or be the gift itself. You could add custom dates, monograms. There's so many directions you can take this simple project, and it's just so fun and so easy, and that just transferred so beautifully. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. I will see you next time.